Hey everyone, it's Centel here, and I've been asked to do a little tutorial about open broadcast software, or OBS, whichever you prefer. Basically I'm just gonna teach you how to set up Prime World. Uh, I mean, any game will work, but we'll just say Prime World. Alright, so to set up Prime World, first we're gonna go to our settings. Our settings, you press settings and settings again some reason, but we're going to go to our encoding. Alright, for recording purposes, I'm at quality balance 10. You can use CBR, but personally I use CBR and I felt it was it went up and down a lot. It's basically, when you use your CBR, it basically determines where your quality is going to be. Sometimes it'll be 6, and then it'll jump to 7, and it'll jump to 10, and it'll jump to 4, and it just jumps around everywhere. So when I'm streaming from my computer, I have an Alienware, and it's at, well, here's my specs. I have 22 gigs of RAM. I can use 16 gigabytes of it. My computer is a i7 with 2.6 gigahertz, and I have an AMD, I think it's 4000 or something graphics card. It's not too great, but it does its work. But anyways, let's get on topic again. I use about a 7 or 8 quality balance when I stream. For my computer, I want it to run nice and smooth. I don't want it to be too laggy, and you want to enjoy playing the game, so I suggest bumping it down to between 6 and 8. I wouldn't go above 8 unless you have like a 3.4 gigahertz freaking 20 gigs of RAM that's usable. I wouldn't do that. And also, your bit rate's gonna matter too. Your bit rate is basically how much internet is your computer gonna use. I've used up to 3000 before, but if you notice down here, you have it says dropped frames. Basically, when you increase your bit rate, you're going to drop more frames. I've noticed for my internet, between 16 and 2000 is about right. I think 1600 was the best, and I had 0 drop rate. About 2000, I think it's like 0.3 or something. Really not too bad, but I rather have 0% drop rate than having 0.3 of my frames dropped. Also, the bit rate, the more you have, the more lag you're going to have in game when you're playing Prime World or whatever else game you play. Next thing is we're going to go to broadcast settings. Of course, I'm recording this with OBS, so I'm in file output only. So you'll be on live stream. Your stream service is going to be Twitch, Justin, TV. You're going to pick the closest server to you. I picked Ashburn, Virginia, because it is literally 1 hour away from me, and that is the Twitch server. Okay. Your path or stream key, that's going to be the stream key. If you don't know how to get your stream key, I could show you. Let me open a new window first, because I think I have some personal stuff in that other window. I'll just use my gaming with Centel. Oh, I'm playing Hearthstone for the first time. Alright. Anyways, find your stream key, you will go to your profile. And it's not going to be there. I'm just kidding. You're going to go to Twitch TV. You're going to log in, obviously. You're going to click here. You're going to go to your dashboard. As soon as you get to your dashboard, you're going to hit your stream key. You're going to press show key. Your key is going to come up. Copy. Paste it here. You do not want auto reconnect. Take that off, because if your internet goes out, it's going to reconnect all your followers. If they have it on, you're going to get an email from Twitch. If your internet keeps going out, it's going to keep emailing your followers, and they're going to get pissed. They're either going to take you off the email, like there is a way you can take off from getting emails from a follower, or they will just unfollow you. It's happened a few times before. Just unclick it. It's best if your internet fails, then it fails, and you go off for a while. You're going to apply, okay. Everything else should be pretty good. I mean, your video obviously is going to be everything. Of course, my video adapter says HT graphics for 1000. I have switchable graphics, that's why. Of course, audio, everything else should be fine. I mean, if it's not fine, I mean, you got your microphone here. You can pick whatever you want. And you're gonna press apply. Okay. So anyways, that's fixed. You're basically set up for streaming. Sorry, this is really fun to do. Like, just goes out. Woo! Okay. Anyways, you're gonna have two scenes. We're gonna focus on these two scenes right here. Scene 1, scene 2. The rest are other games that I stream. Never, most of the time. Anyways, you're gonna have your game capture, and your game capture is going to be Prime World. It's obviously not going to come up for me right now because I do not have Prime World up. Anyways, you must have Prime World up first, and then you're gonna hit refresh. And I'll do this real quick for you guys, I guess. Alright, getting the client up. You guys won't be able to see this. I'm getting the client up. Client's popping up. I should be able to refresh. Instantly it says Castle, Prime World, AP 9.13.9, this is the patch we're on, etc, etc. Okay. Depending if you have an overlay, I'm not sure who's going to get the overlay, or if you're just a regular streamer. I stretched my image to screen, I ignore the aspect ratio, and I capture the mouse cursor. The reason I stretched the image to the screen and I ignore the aspect ratio is because of the overlay I have. And the overlay I have is for Nival streamers. And if you ever seen me on Nival stream, you noticed my overlay, how I have the box for both my webcam and I have a box for the actual game. So that's why I stretch the image to screen and ignore aspect ratio, because then you can fix it and resize it with edit scene. But anyways, that's all you have to do for the castle. I do suggest putting these on if you have an overlay. I really do. So anyways, we're gonna press OK. Our next thing is gonna be text. If you want text, you don't have to have text. I have scrolling text, and I do this by having Arial 21 font, misbold. I wanted black and green letters. I use an outline which is going to be green. Basically the background color never showed up. It never did. Basically my words are black with a green outline. And it scrolls. I click use custom text extents. I have the size, depending on the screen size. I'm not sure what, you just have to fiddle with it depending on your screen size. Since I have 1920 by 1080, it's going by 1920 and then 45. So 1920 is my width, 45 is my height. That's how many pixels it's going. And to get to scrolling text, you do wrap and scroll mode. And I don't know if the line really matters. I just have it to the left. Alright, that's the text. And basically for text, I just put whatever you want. Like me, I put Centel on Nival, donations made to my email, PayPal, thanks for support, February top donations, la la la. Okay, press OK. Of course I'll change that if we have a tournament. That's for sure. And then we have our video capture. My video capture is integrated webcam. Could be different for you, probably not. But I am on a laptop, so that's probably why it's integrated, or called the integrated webcam. It will be in 19 or whatever screen size your computer is. Like at first it'll be a resolution of whatever your max is. I go with a 320 by 240. You don't necessarily need 30 FPS. You could always go with the 5 through 30, but I go with 30 because I don't want to be like lagging or anything. I want a nice smooth movement of me. And basically that's all you do for the integrated webcam. Next is your image. Your image is basically your overlay. And for my overlay, for my castle overlay, that is, I do not have to use a color key. But say you have example, let me find the example. Example is, let me see if I can preview this. Say example is this. This is your overlay. This is white. So if you had a white background, you would want to go to use color key and you'd select white, and then you'd press OK. Usually it's going to be white or black. You know, it's just gonna ignore that color in the picture. So usually it's either black or white. For me though, it's nothing, because my overlay is beautiful, and thank you Nival for making it. And I'm just gonna unclick that because I don't need it. Alright, that's for scene 1. Your order does matter. I have my order, ignore the monitor capture, but I have game capture, then I have my text, then I have video capture device, and then I have my image. Basically the image is gonna be either first or last, unless you have a messed up OBS like mine, and it's okay with it being different. But some reason I have it that game capture, text, then video capture, then the image is there. But in my scene 2, I have exactly the same thing. The reason for the scene 2 is I have a different image, which is my in-game, and and I don't know. That ain't the right image anyways. I don't have that here. Interesting. Okay, but it's gonna be something like this. This isn't the one I use, but this is a in-game one. And the same thing, if like say you need to, you can ignore whatever color it is. I think this one was black if I'm not mistaken. That's the only reason why you need two overlays though. I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but no, I'll fix it later. But yeah. And I do use a color key for this overlay because it does have lots of, it has a space where I just need to get rid of it. And I get rid of black. So that's why. And your capture device is going to be, let me see if I can do this. I'm going to play bots. Of course I have too many talents. If you know me, I always have too many talents. It is no surprise. See if I can get rid of these talents real quick. Sorry about the wait. Alright, there we go. And I'm gonna go in game. Alright, the best way to do this too is when you're setting up, go to bots and pick a hero to battle. Okay. Basically, you're gonna do this. When you get in, you're gonna wait. You're gonna wait 15-20 seconds. Okay, it's loaded up for me. Alright, what you're gonna do is you're gonna refresh. You're gonna refresh, and it's gonna say PW game Prime World AP 9.13.9. That's just because it's the current patch. I'm gonna press refresh until I get that. I'm not gonna ignore anything on here. Unless, no, you never ignore anything for the in-game. You just, if you have to fix it, you just edit the scene and you try your best just to fit it, but do not stretch the image and ignore the aspect ratio. It will not work. I mean, you can stretch the image to the screen if you don't have like a overlay, but if you do, you're gonna have to just keep messing with it and stuff. But your overlay should fit with your game, and unless you're playing window mode, your game should automatically be full screen, if you understand that. So we're gonna press OK. Alright, and then you're just gonna leave your bots game. You're gonna press escape the castle. Sure, why not? Voila, and you're finished. That basically sums it up. If you have any questions, I'm always on the forums. You can always go to the YouTube and message me there, comment, or whatever you want to do. And if you need any real help, like you're just completely lost and you don't understand anything, you can always hit me up on Skype. I will leave my Skype name in the description, I promise. And if you want it now, it's basically Centel 62, CENTAL 62. That is my Skype, and I'll be glad to help you. Anyways, I hope this wasn't too confusing. Oh, and one last tip before I go. I forgot to remind myself, but I remembered. If you play music, I do play music sometimes. Sometimes I do not play music. If you play music, make sure that you down your sound. Make it 70 to 75, somewhere around there. I usually just do a random 71 or 2. The reason for this is because you don't want to drown out your voice with your music. I mean, that's just plain and simple. You don't want to do that. If you drown your voice out, either A, your followers, viewers, whatever they are gonna get annoyed because they can't hear you clear, and then stuff just happens. Or if you play music and you don't talk, well, that's fine. But I can just say right now, if you talk and interact with your users and your followers, they will enjoy your stream a lot more than just watching you play with music blaring. But anyways, this is the last tip. Like I said, if you want to entertain your community, just knock it down to 75, 70 and play your music. That way your viewers can still hear you clear enough and enjoy music while watching. But anyways, I didn't touch base on editing scenes. I could if you wanted to. This is going to be really hard, but I can. What I'm going to have to do is get rid of my monitor capture, and basically I can't really show you, but here's an example. Okay, I unclick. Here I am. Hi. Everyone sees me. See how beautiful everything is. I have my scrolling text at the top. I'm not sure if you can see my mouse, but there's my scrolling text at the top. I have my beautiful castle here. It doesn't look the best, but it's better than nothing. You're better off ignoring the aspect ratio than having a blank space on your overlay. Of course, I have my beautiful webcam here, and let's see. All you do to edit scenes, you click edit scenes, click whatever part you want to edit. So say I want to edit my castle. I click on my castle. I can drag it whenever, make it super small like that. It's probably gonna look like this at first. You're just gonna have to dumb it down a little, move it over, stretch it out, kind of fit it. A little more, and that looks good. Same with your cam. You just kind of edit scene, click on the video, make it whatever you want. I mean, at first it's probably gonna look something like this. You just kind of fiddle with it. And you can tell if you're editing it because it will have like a little red box around it. I probably won't get this correct. Let's see. That's probably about as good as it's gonna get. And also for the text, I mean, there's only 2 places for my overlay. It's either at the top or the very bottom. I prefer the top for any kind of text because your viewers, from the screen aspect, people look from like the mid up more than they look at the mid down. You understand? It's like they look up here and down here, whatever. But that's basically it. I mean, like I said, if you have any trouble, I'm always on the forums looking at my messages. I'm always on Skype, and either way, you can contact me. I said I was going to make this 5 minutes. Turns out to be 25 minutes. But anyways, I hope this helps. I hope it was detailed enough. But still, if you need help, I'm here. Anyways, I'm going to cut this now. Thanks for watching, guys. and that didn't work. The reason is because that's interesting. Alright, there we go. Now I'm gone. Bye bye.